Today we're painting this whimsical landscape with complementary, rich colors and clouds. Was not happy with the clouds, so I added a little more film afterwards to show you what I did to sort of soften the hard edges of the clouds that I just wasn't happy with. But stick around until the very end if you can, so you can see what I did there. Thanks for watching. Okay, we're gonna begin by putting a very healthy dose of blending solution onto our paper. The sky is gonna be roughly 2/3 of the entire painting. I'm gonna use some Sailboat Blue by Ranger. I'm gonna drop it in. And I'm going to take my paper towel, just sort of move it around. I'm going to then drop a little more and tilt it and just drop a little more solution onto here. And then again, just very lightly move the ink around. Creating a little more texture. And then I am going to use some snow cap. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the snow cap directly onto my paper towel, and I'm gonna just kind of dab it in. Now, to create depth, you want your clouds on the top to be more substantive, and then the lower you go in the paper, the more distance you want to create. So they're going to be thinner, not very substantive, just, make it look like they're in the distance. I got a huge piece of paper towel here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, drop in some snow cap directly onto the paper. I'm going to cut off a little piece of this. It's a little bulky. Get rid of some of these lines created by the paper towel. That blue is so pretty for a sky. And what I like about sailboat blue is it doesn't split into pinks like some, I think Monsoon does that. I'm not a huge fan. Sometimes I want a bit of pink in the sky, but not for this one. Okay, I think I'm gonna be done with that here. You'll notice with Snowcat, because it's a mixative, it will almost, when it dries, it almost looks like it's plasticized part of your painting. It gives it really kind of cool sheen. Really take your time with these clouds because they really going to stand out. It's such a large part of this painting. Get rid of a lot of these lines that are left. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is take some Cali Art alcohol ink markers that I have. I'm going to make a line on the horizon. All right. I may go back to that. I may not. Let's see. So I'm going to take black and I'm going to draw a line. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's a landscape, so it's in the distance. You can leave some negative space. That was black. And then this is G915 green. And with all markers, you want to make sure you've got some paper towel handy so you can wipe it off because it's going to pick up a lot of these colors that it's going over. You don't want it to get too muddy. Okay. So then I am gonna just start dropping in. I'll clean off my hands a little bit here because I'm touching this painting. Don't want to mark it up. We're gonna be using Pebble. I'm just gonna kind of tilt and drop a little. As you can see, this is one that does tend to split. And have these other ones. The next one I'm gonna do is oregano. Just drop it in wherever. Overlapping is fine. I want that mixing. And then I'm gonna do, I think this is citrus. Put a little bit of brighter green in here. Okay. Then what I think I'm gonna do, see what happens if I do this. Oh, that looks really neat. Okay, we'll just let that drip down a little bit. And I am going to continue to hold it like this and let it drip dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to add some trees. And we are going to take, this is poppy, what is it? Poppy, oh, label is not, that's not red pepper. It's poppy something. Okay, and I've put it in one of these little medicinal, I don't know what you would call it, measuring cups. And I am gonna just start dotting in trees. It's okay to leave negative space. Sometimes with alcoholing, that's a little hard, I understand. Try to create a little texture in there. And I'm not going to go across the whole width of the paper. I have all the materials listed below. Move it this way. I'll just do one more. Okay. Just double check to see if they're where you want them. All right, I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to take a Pigma Micron 01 pen and draw trunks. Just keep it really loose, nice little squiggly lines. You want to be mindful that you keep your lines straight up and down, relatively speaking. I tend to lean in one direction, I've noticed, usually to the right. This is really good practice too if you have some anxiety overdoing trees, because you're not getting into too much detail. It'll give you a little confidence as you're doing them in the future. I like all the colors in this. Of course, with alcohol inks, everything is so vibrant. Okay, you could even, if you want to make a really different, you can kind of follow some roots down and create lines going down this way, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that here. I think I'm just going to leave it, at least for the time being. I like the way it's turned out. I like all the colors just really work really well together, and I hope you give it a try. Thanks for watching. Show you what I decided to do, and that is to make the clouds a little less choppy, I'm going in and just twisting so you get rid of those lines somewhat. I'm adding the snow cap directly to my tissue paper and just twist it around. And you don't get as many of those hard lines as we had before. You can just drop it in directly on and then just twist. I don't know if you can hear that snoring, that's my dog. Now this is something you can just continue to play with and get it to where you want it. And I think I'm pretty much there. I like the way that's turned out. Okay. Thanks for watching.